So before we do go, I want you to tell us about you've been kidnapped twice.
Yes. Okay. You want to hear about the first one or the second?
Which one's the most crazy one?
They both are pretty crazy.
Right, give us a rundown.
The first time is the one. It's the one I told on Lasers podcast. I was in Atlanta. I was trying to buy weed off someone from the club, and I had to go to someone that was not my normal person. And he insisted that we meet outside the club when I got off work, and so I did. And I was gonna just throw like the money in his car and like, here, throw me the weed. And he insisted I hop in the car, and I did. So I only had my phone and like the cash, and I get in. And I'm trying to give him the cash, and he's like, chat. And I'm like, dude, like...
Give me the fucking weed.
Like, I just want to go home and smoke a blunt and go to bed, right? And he pulls out this big old sack of blow, like at least a few 8 balls worth. I'm like, maybe earlier in the fucking night or something like, but right now I don't give a shit. I really just want the weed. Like, are you going to give it to me or not? Like,
I would have been like, hold on. Okay, well, we could talk this out.
Well, it was like, I was not in the
I'm
mood.
just joking.
Yeah. So, and he was just like trying to give me jail. I was like, no, I don't want to. Just are you going to send me the weed or not? And then he drives off with me in the car, and he happens to stop, and I'm sitting there like, on this side, I'm like I'm freaking out, but like on the outside, I'm like trying to be calm, cool, and collected. All I have is my phone, so that's it. Because I left my purse and everything in my car because I just hopped out to buy it, and. So he ends up stopping at a gas station. I like to say like an old Cutlass or something. And, you know, like when they lock the doors, the thing goes in the door. There's no me pulling it out and getting out. So he ends up stopping randomly at this gas station. And the split second when he gets out, it unlocks. For a second, he hurries up and presses the lock again so I can't get out. Well, I was quicker than him. And I ran inside. And there's like this Indian guy like as an attendant. And I was like, oh my God, call 911. Because if I do it... The cops aren't going to believe me because I'm a stripper.
Oh, right. I mean, but...
They don't ever want to believe strippers. So, or they could accuse me of, oh, she was prostituting or whatever. You know, and I also don't want to be like, I was trying to buy some weed off of him. You know what I mean?
I was trying to get some dope and this motherfucker kidnapped me. Yeah.
And you're trying to get me to do all this blow. No. So they're not going to believe me. So I was hoping that he would. And he's like... He's an Indian. He's like, I'm not going to get in between you and your boyfriend's fight. And I'm like, oh my God, that's not my boyfriend. And this is not a fight. Like, so he starts following me into the gas station. So I run to the bathroom and I lock myself in it. So like I said, all I had was my phone. So I didn't know what to do. And he's like banging on the door. There's obviously the cops are not being called. So I order an Uber and it pairs me with someone. And so as soon as it does, I call him and I tell him what's going on. And he can literally hear the guy banging on the door. So this is a chapter of a book called Kyle. Because the dude's name is Kyle. And
Cal.
like,
never trust a guy named Cal.
Never, ever, ever. I've never met a good Kyle.
Fuck you, Cal.
For real, fuck you, Kyle. And guess what? He's on city council now in Atlanta. He's married with kids.
Oh, my God. Is he a Democrat?
I don't know what he is, but if I ever saw him again, I would fucking punch him in the nuts. But yeah, so this Uber driver was like, I'll let you know when the coast is clear. Like, I told him what he looked like and everything. And so when Kyle stopped beating on the door, the guy was like, I'm at the front. The coast is clear. He's walking back to his car. So I just made a run for it.
Why would the Indian dude not fucking say, hey, bro, you're beating on my fucking door. What are you doing? This ain't...
Exactly. You would think that by the time you saw him beating on the door,
it's
like...
something you want to address.
On?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the Indian wasn't legal. I don't fucking know. But...
He's like, I just got here, my friend.
I don't know. And over Christmas, I went back home to Atlanta, and I drove past that gas station several times, and it took everything in me, and I just like pull over and go in there and be like, bitch.
I know, fuck you. I like how every time
Muhammad or whatever the fuck your name is.
I like every time you say Indian, you do this. The head. That's hilarious. Okay, so second story. We fucking.
So the second kidnapping. I was here in Austin.
It was in Austin.
Yep,
oh,
and I had a bad car accident, and so I totaled my Land Rover. I couldn't really afford another car at the moment because I was still having to pay like the $800-900 car payment until everything got finalized. And so I was having to get Ubers to my doctor's appointments and stuff. So I made friends with this Lyft driver named Joe, and he was like, "Hey, I know you come out here every week for your doctor visits," and he was like, "Just hit me up, and I'll just be your driver." So I did, and so we kind of became friends. I became friends with him and his girlfriend. And, so then I moved out of state, and I would still fly back to Austin for my doctor's appointments and stuff. And so I would stay with them at their apartment. Like, we were really, friends.
Yeah, yeah.
And he would still take me to my appointments. Like, I would have to have, injections in my neck and, be half passed out. And he would still be the one to pick me up, him and his girlfriend. We were really actually, friends. Mm-hmm. And I moved back out here after like 6 months, and I got this party in San Antonio, and I was like, "Hey, Joe, can you take me?" And at first he said no, and I was like, "Well, you can like Uber when you're down there, or Lyft or whatever." And then he calls me back, and he was like, "All right, yeah." And so he takes me, and he was acting weird, and I knew he kept trying to get me to do like Adderall. I'm like, I don't need Adderall. So I go and do this birthday party in San Antonio, make at least like $800. I get drunk at the party. On the way back, we're getting into Austin. We're on 35. I wake up, or like I see downtown, and then he's pulling all the cash out of my purse. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, he's robbing me. He was robbing me, and Joe's a huge dude, so he's fucking robbing me, and I'm like, oh my god, like, and I was like, I'm gonna call the fucking cops, bitch. And so I go to pull my phone and call 911, and he takes it and throws it out the window.
Oh, that's a fucked up situation. So
And-
that's life or death right there.
Yeah, and I know he has a gun in his little, like how doors in your car have like little, and I know that's where he keeps his gun. And I saw him put his hand down there. I'm like, oh my god! I was like, just pull over, just pull over, just pull over. And he didn't want to, and he starts circling around the highway, like looking for something. I'm like, okay, he's high on something. He's probably gonna rape me, and if he rapes me, I know who he is. So then he'd kill me.
Yeah.
So when he gets off this one exit, because like I said, he kept circling around, like looking for a place. He slowed down enough. I opened the door. He had a Buick, like a newer Buick, so I was able to open the door. And I had my dance bag and my purse, and I held it like this. And I jumped out the door thinking I was going to like hit the ground. I did not, though. I don't know. Angels helped me. I was like twinkle toes across the like 3 lanes, and I'm like trucking it. And he keeps on driving, and I like get out, and I wave down a cop, and then a cop is like, okay, and it's cold, it's winter, it's January, and I'm like freezing, I don't have a coat. And he took my phone and all my money, so I didn't have anything. And then the cop is like talking to me. He's like, you're drunk. I'm like, yeah, no shit, because that's my fucking driver. Like,
So he's not in jail.
No, because they said it was my word against his.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so the cop was like, when I in the back of the cop car because it's cold, and I'm like telling my story from there. They're like, oh, you know your warrant for your arrest. I'm like, son of a bitch.
I'm getting fucking.
I was like, are
almost
you
raped,
arresting me
murdered
or
here.
what? Like, and he's like, no, I don't feel like doing the paperwork. I'm like,
Oh my god.
and I was like, can you at least take me home? And
so
he
he's
was
still
like,
he's still a
yeah,
at
he's
the-
a bouncer at Kung Fu on West 6th Street
What
from
a
the last
piece
I
of shit.
heard, because I saw him on that T app too.
Oh yeah. So he's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit, but you know what? So one of my best friends is a private investigator, and so we got our look back. So I told her what happened, and she's not a private investigator in Texas, but someone here owed her a favor. So we had someone follow him, a private investigator follow him for a little while, and we caught him cheating and everything. So we managed to show his girlfriend. I reported him, like they had a cat rescue that was illegal, and they're keeping all the cats in their apartment. So I snitched on him to his leasing office. So he got kicked out of his apartment. His girlfriend broke up with him. Like, his whole life was torn apart.
Well, I mean, his like usually when girls want to, like we were talking about it earlier, when women want to do that, it's not good. But that kind of guy, yeah, that's
I
putting
would
some.
never do that unless you absolutely deserved it. Like, the cops were like, well, because you didn't bring up the gun until like later in your story, it's not believable. I'm like, well, he didn't pull it out to my face.
Yeah.
I was like, he reached his hand out, I knew he kept his gun there. And I was like, he didn't have to pull it out for me to know it's there, but because of the gun thing, that's why they said they didn't believe me.
No, that dude absolutely deserves to have his whole life ruined for sure. Like,
that's
what I'm
we
saying.
ruined it. We fucked
that's
it
good.
up.
That's good because what a piece of shit.
But look,
especially somebody that you've had trust in.
Well, yeah, we
so
were
like,
friends.
this is years of trust and like you did all these things together, and for him to do that.
He was a Lyft driver, so they look into your background. So when I told my friend that's the private investigator, she started looking into his background beyond, I guess, what Lyft does, and it apparently had 19 assault charges before.
Holy shit.
In Puerto Rico.
Wow. Oh,
So,
he was a
yeah.
Boricua. Oh, that makes sense.
And from Chicago. Like,
I'm from Chicago.
One of my Atlanta
you
friends-
fucked up doing that.
Yeah, one of my
That's on
Atlanta
you.
friends told me. So one of my best friends in Atlanta, he's from Chicago, and he always told me, never trust a Chicago ninja, okay?
Yeah,
and I knew, I should have known when I grew from Chicago. I should have known.
Yeah, that's on you at that point. I'm just No, but that is wild because anything could have happened to you at that point, and it could have been
'cause
really bad.
People are like, "What do you think he was gonna do?" I was like, "Rape me, and kill me." I know who he is and where he lives. Like, what?
Maybe
else?
kill you, yeah, for sure.
He just robbed me of like $700-800. You
Yeah,
know?
that's
And even
shitty.
the cops called the people I did the party with, and they even confirmed how much money I made.
Hmm.
And then I was like, "Well, where's my phone?" Like, I had to order a new phone through my insurance.
Yeah.
Like, you think I'd just do that just to frame
just for
this guy?
just for shits and gigs.